Hey everybody, what's up? This is Retrokid here reviews with Semi-Cut. That's going to be mentioned in my 60-second review in the shorts later this week with Elite 2.0 Vault. Yes, I finally did the 4-year-old promise that I thought I mentioned publicly. And look back at original Elite 2.0 and see how much has clearly changed in the last 4 years. So we'll get to that in the 60-second review later this week. Yeah, so originally this video was supposed to be yet another, finally done filming for, the Super 7, Mighty Morphin figures. I finally got my miniatures on time. I'll show pics of it probably later in the week. I've been holding that over since last month. But, I'm gonna be doing a off-the-cuff, from memory, standing double review for The Predator, 1987, and Happy Gilmore, because it's the passing of Carl Weathers that happened last week. So this will be a short double review, mainly because these are both movies I watched in my childhood, so I will happily recommend the IMDb's down below, and Google whatever streaming services are currently available for these movies alone. For most of people who have known Weathers lately is because of Mando, and so much I think he directed an episode or two of, I think, last season, or I think the season prior. So check that out in his description down below, as usual, as far as IMDb goes. So, yeah, he passed away last week peacefully, which is what is the public statement for right now. And it's kind of a blow, but it's kind of a not bad way out, if anything else. I'm more comfortable with his passing, as weird as it sounds as far as celebrity passings go. So yeah, let's get to Predator out of the way, because actually, you know what, I was thinking this in reverse order, my bad. I just came back from work, in case you could tell. Happy Gilmore first. Long story short, this is what everyone in the, I guess the movie review space would tell you. This is the few good, in his SNL prime, Adam Sandler comedies, you could definitely tell. There's probably like a handful of scenes that are a little dated, because it was the 90s at the time. But for Carl himself, as Chubbs, he was a really good showcase of his character acting skills, even in a comedy like this. I've always loved the soundtrack for Happy Gilmore. I'm not even kidding. Probably because I was born in like a classic rock kind of family. That was probably why I guess that Leonard Skinner track was growing on to be more as time goes on. And weird as it sounds, it was usually my birthday movie. It's one of those things that was on TV or whatever, or a streaming service that I just like throw in the background just to, you know, get ready for the birthday vibes, I guess. And it's a nice, heartwarming kind of thing. The plot itself is pretty simple as far as Adam Sandler comedies go. Essentially, he went from hockey to golf, got a little good, and then shooting McGavin. More about that guy someday down the road. In Mr. McDonald's case, if I got his name right, cast IMDb down below as usual. Yeah, other than that, you get a very early, other people around, his orbit around, like, SNL, just doing character acting. It was really cool by then. As for Carl himself as Chubbs, you can definitely tell it was, like, the sports, like, equivalent of, like, old guy that kind of seen the thing and just want to, like, make him not like shit down the road. And, I won't spoil too much on the comedy. It's been over 25 years. I don't want to make sure, if anything's dated, that's the main reason why I'm keeping it on spoilers. And for most of Rassel's audience, who has been used to seeing Sandler go to their drunk reviews as usual, because they have seen a very different guy over the years with this dude. Also, the real other reason I was gonna save this review for when his new Netflix movie's coming out. I think it's Space something. I'll leave the trailer up as usual. Now on to Predator. Like I said, this is the good Predator movie, mainly because if you saw my review a few years ago with the Predator 2018, yeah, it was pretty much the downgrade of the franchise, but in this first go-around, it was actually pretty cool. There's a whole behind-the-scenes of, like, what could have been the monster all along, and that ended up being the outro in the room. There was no nomenclature for that even back then. I think H.R. Giger saw some of the designs and helped out what will eventually be like the Predator mask and all the usual stuff later down the road as like a helping hand, I guess, to Stan Winston at the time. And yeah, Stan Winston is usually the guy that helps out with most of the effects for most of the Alien Predator franchise separately. And I think he also helped out for AVP, if I got that right, please let me know my review above. As for Carl himself, yeah, as Dylan, he was a CIA guy that was trying to help out Arnold do a lot of 80s action movies were trying to go back to like the jungle, but we win this time, kind of like Vietnam kind of vibes. However, like most people have probably told you about the first Predator, basic action movie right up until the Predator shows up, then it slowly devolves into a horror movie in like real time. It was very surprising even at the time in 87. You could definitely tell it made a lot of careers out of everybody, some for political reasons, hi Jesse Ventura by the way, and for more obvious reasons in Schwarzenegger's case as well. I probably will have to do a 30th anniversary, or I guess 30 plus anniversary review of Predator 2 down the road. It's the one sequel out of all of them I defend the most, even Predators, just saying that out of advance. And with good reason, because most of the franchises are pretty similar to each other. It's like whatever's the action thing at the time, but then slowly devolve into horror later. Like in Predator 2's case, is basically Lethal Weapon knockoff, but also turns into a horror movie down the road. Same thing for what was supposed to be, I think, Predators, like A-Team style reboot, but also turns into a horror movie at the time, and then like a failed follow-up sequel in like the Predators case. So you kind of get where you're going. And I think also for Prey last year, sorry, 2 years ago. Wow, it's been a while. Not bad historical thriller, but then also slowly devolves into a horror in real time. So again, it still has that stagnation of like that kind of flow of the franchise as like the tropes and stuff like that. And yeah, I think a lot of people said the best. This is the one time the quotes from this isn't like too cringe. It's like, oh, it's just there for nostalgia reasons. It's like, oh no, it's a staple of the whole thing. Like if it bleeds, kills it. The obvious Predator handshake. No one's ever recreated that. I think that's the only thing out of like the most quotability of the whole thing, other than memes, of course, is the only thing they never really done in franchise for a while. So who knows? Comes next movie. Ultimately, no rating for either of these movies because, like I said, I grew up with them in my childhood. I think they're okay in my eyes. As for Call himself, I am internally sorry, and my condolences go out to his family and his state. And yeah, for everyone who's been a fan of his work, even the Action Jackson Jays, no joke, when I was getting my new haircut, I think last week, they were actually playing that in the background, so, and that was my first watch, so, it could have been worse as far as exposure goes. Still, ultimately, yeah, this is just a hard one. It's a damn shame what happened to, Mr. Weathers and everything, but he did leave a good body of work as far as being more than just, like, a traditional character actor. Like, there were times, even in the Action Jackson days, you could tell he could actually, like, forward a sequel or a franchise if he really wanted to. And there was always a lot of potential there, but who knows now. So, with my momentary moment of silence out of the way, we will miss you, Carl, as usual, and a somber end cards coming up here to my future shorts for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Vault, yay, and other short over here to my upcoming Critical Role playlist for episode 83 for campaign 3. I'm also going to try my best later this week to, like I said, do my finally long overdue review of the Super 7 Mighty Morphin figures. And also, if I have time this weekend, this is going to be my mom's birthday coming up, so hi in advance to her. And if I have time, I'm going to try to do a Candela breakdown for like the last 2 chapters, get my overall thoughts for mostly chapter 3, because that ending hit me really hard. I kind of want to like, digest about that, if anything else. So until then, I'm Retrokid Review saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure Elite 2.0 has definitely moved on, but it is going to be hard moving on without with Carl Weathers. So with that being said, take care, rest in peace, and just tap in it. I had to do something Happy Gilmore on the way out. I mean, he would too.